All right, we are back live at the Plaza Club downtown San Antonio, March 20th, first day of spring. A nice, hopefully a new, maybe a new shift, a new trend in the weather. Right next to me, I have Gary Anderson, Mr. Gary Anderson, an entrepreneur, somebody in business who's started at grassroots, fun, basic level and build something that most people aspire to and some achieve and some most never do. So Gary, it's a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you, Rachel.
Yeah, awesome. So I'm curious, and so as our viewers, coast to coast, wherever they are around the world watching our feed now live, what is it that you did in business? Tell us about what it is you created.
Well, Rachel, what I did was I went to school. I learned how to dispense, fit, and manufacture hearing aids. Hearing aids, that's right. You heard that right. And I got to the point where I owned the clinics, but I bought the hearing aid company that manufactured the hearing aids. So I worked that design and I worked that business until I retired when I was 49. That's a 20-year plus endeavor. But I basically started with $200. That's the American dream, and that's real, by the way.
$200.
$200.
So you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Start a business for $200.
And when I was done, when I actually opened my doors in November 1982, I paid my business off by December 1st, 1982.
Sorry.
That's 3 months.
3 months.
2 months. Yeah, that's outrageous. But I did it through target marketing, and I did it through salesmanship, and I did it through medical consulting, and I did it through appropriate fitting of hearings.
What is it that you taught in the consulting to other practitioners?
Well, that's a very interesting question. There are people who call themselves salesmen. Well, we don't like to call, in the medical field, we don't like to call people who dispense something a salesperson, but in fact they are. You get somebody who's 75 years old and they say, no, I'm not hard of hearing, I can hear everything. What? What? Huh? What? You said, what did he say? What did he say? So that person then is someone who is in denial, someone who in fact is not willing to admit these are quotation marks, old, and that person, when he commits to or agrees to a hearing aid, he has to be sold on the fact that he has a hearing problem, not that he's old. So the essence of your question is you have to sell, you have to dispense, and you have to accurately medically fit a hearing instrument to the person who needs it, who wants it, and that's your job in salesmanship. And the wife is generally, or the husband is generally your best second opinion.
I wonder how many of the appointments that you actually went in were the wife saying, you need to go get your hearing checked. And it was actually a selective hearing rather than being legitimately hard of hearing, where you were just writing their prescription.
Ooh, that's a very interesting question, by the way. I love that question. Well, there are some tests called blind study tests, where we will have the prospective patient close their eyes. We'll give them 3-letter words like pit, sap, pass, fast, path, chief, cease. Those words, which are very intensely sloped or slanted toward the consonant sound rather than the vowel, A-E-I-O-U, which everybody can hear. So with their eyes closed, we have the spouse write the words down, because they're both in the testing room, that they missed. So then when their eyes are open, they say, how did I do? You got 70% wrong. No way. She'd go, yes way. These are the ones you got wrong. And at that point, what we would do is, through medical and technical expertise, we would reprogram a hearing aid to fit the response necessary to make that person hear clearly into the computer. And the computer then would bring their hearing back up to par as much as possible. And then we give them the same words, and all of a sudden we give them the same, they would be getting those words correct.
Sure.
And we'd vary the words, so we were in fact sure that they didn't memorize the words.
Yeah.
So when there's a vast difference between their ability to understand with the hearing aid as opposed to without the hearing aid, we are demonstrating. The operative word is demonstrating. And that's what I teach you how to do in your business.
Wonderful.
And the point is, they become believers. And there's a vast difference between hearing loud and hearing clear. So that's what we do.
I'm sure. Next time we'll have to talk. We're getting ready for our speaker coming up and for our musician who was just here, Miss Liz, which is going to be fun. Stay tuned for that. I'd love to get your insight and your feedback on where the 21st century has put things as far as cochlear implants and the technology and how small they've gotten and where you think the market's going. But it's such a pleasure to have you here with us, Mr.
Well,
Jerry.
I have quite a bit of insight with that.
I can see it.
Yeah. And I'm happy to do that with you.
Awesome.
Thank you, Rachel.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
I will see you soon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Thank
stay
you,
tuned.
folks.
We're going to be back in tune here with our guest speaker and Miss Liz again for our vocal performance. Again, live at the Plaza Club, downtown San Antonio, the 21st floor. March 20th, a Thursday night. Come join us. Tune into our website, missentrepreneur.info. Find out how you can be a member for Miss Entrepreneur. Find out what we have going on. Find out why we're growing so fast and how you can see your business grow from the tools, and you can be recognized as a role model in our role model search.